Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we saw that the market, for the most part, balanced between pre-market support and pre-market resistance. And so far, we've had a pretty muted reaction off the non-farm payroll numbers, but we have seen a bit more buying come into the market, and we're trading near this overnight high. Now, heading into the open today, we know that responsive sellers can still be active even if we get a breakout above the pre-market resistance area. Now, short term, we can go higher if there is some momentum behind that breakout, but we do have to be cautious on initiating any longs at higher prices because after yesterday's strong sell-off, it's unlikely that the market is going to put in a complete reversal. Usually, these types of sell-offs need a little bit of time to consolidate. So, as the market pushes higher into resistance, as long as you're getting in at good location, those are still going to be nice short setups, looking for a move back down towards the pre-market support, the gap fill, and the 47.5 to 49.5 micro bull bear. So, given yesterday's high momentum and high velocity sell-off, we still want to be more focused in that direction, and we're going to be cautious on taking long setups. Now, longs can still work out on the day time frame as long as you're getting good trade location, but entering at an aggressive price on a breakout, especially if there's not as much momentum behind it, is going to be a risky play. So at resistance, we're still going to be focused more on the short side, and then we're going to use pre-market support, the gap, and the 47.5 to 49.5 as a target, and then it could set up as a long, but that's something that we need to interpret in real time. On the downside, we have initial support at 40 to 42. And that's still an area that the buyers can defend on first test, especially if we are exhausted into it. Below 40 to 42, we had a zone previously at 36.38, but it's marked as minor support because it's immediately below that 40-42 area, and it's not a high probability zone where the market can turn around. So even though we do have some level of support there, it's not strong support. Below 40 to 42, the stronger area of support is down at 28 to 30 half. And, if we get a continuation of yesterday's sell-off today, which, we'll have to see off the open whether that's really going to set up, then 28 to 30 half is the area where buyers can be fairly aggressive and active again. So 28 to 30 half, 24, 25, as we start pushing into those lower support areas, that's where the market can get oversold, it can get overextended, and then we can get a pretty decent bounce off of that area. But the overall expectation today is for the market to consolidate yesterday's sell-off. So in the event that we move higher, sellers can still be active at the resistance zones above. The strong resistance zone right now is 75 half to 78 half, but the market may not even get there today. But in the event that it does, that's an area that can cap the upside and would be a nice spot to short first time up. So right now the expectation is for a balanced session, for continued consolidation, and overall for the market to balance below 75 half to 78 half and balance at lower prices. And if we fail to take out 61.75 to 63 quarter, then we can quite easily come back down and fill the gap and test the micro bull bear. And if we take the micro bull bear out, then we're probably going to head down and retest 40 to 42. So those are the main ideas heading into the open. The focus is again going to be more on the short side, and the only time we'll kind of step back a little bit and be a little more careful on shorts is if we're seeing unusually high momentum and excessive strength in the broader market. So if we're getting plus 1100, 1200 tick readings, then of course we need to be careful, and that's something we need to interpret in real time. But if it's a very normal tick where it's balanced on two sides, then it's still going to be better to short at resistance here, and we are going to be cautious on initiating longs at too high of a price. So those are our main ideas heading into the open. Let's see if the sell side can maintain short-term control, and we'll take it from there.